This is Andrew here. This video is going to go over just basically why I made this film, how I made it, and why it matters for young budding filmmakers such as yourself. If you are a young budding filmmaker, and if you're not, then it's just going to be informative, so that's cool. The original idea I had for Binlowes Locker was a completely different story, and it was, like it is now, a proof of concept, and that's why I wrote the short film. But originally, it was trying to condense this feature I had written a treatment for into like a 15, 20-minute short film. And my producer at the time was like, it's just not working. I don't know how we can get it to work. So I tried, like I said, like 5 times trying to get it to work, and it didn't. So what I discovered, though, I was at a film school at the time, going to film school, and one of my professors during a class, it was a screenwriting class, basically said, short films are kind of like a subplot or a scene from a feature. I revisited the treatment to the feature and found the perfect subplot that would be its own standalone short film, but still, even though it doesn't have the main characters in it from the feature, it would introduce the audience to the world and how society is different, with this new technology. The world of Binlowes Locker is so dense. There's so much going on. I mean, I built the world from the ground up and did a lot of research into, because it takes place in the near future, like what would be believable. Because I want things being practical and real and believable, but at the same time, it's like kind of still a little bit far out there. So when I rewrote the short film, I focused on the world of Lamar and just his perspective of it. Getting that kind of close-up view of his world. Right, we're not seeing the entire world like like most cyberpunk movies, and that's, I feel like, what sets it apart is we're not getting some near future cityscape and the camera going through the skyscrapers and shit. We're not. It's less about that and less about the technology and the effects and more about his journey. Why I feel like it's such an important film to people is you don't need a shit ton of money. You just got to be creative and really think outside the box and do these in-camera effects and do as much in-camera as you can and really plan things out with your cast and crew. We didn't make our goal that we had set for the Indiegogo, and even though with Indiegogo you can still keep the money even if you don't reach your goal, I still feel obligated. It's like I still have to finish the movie even though we raised like 9% of our goal. Like, I still want to see it through. So I had that determination, and I shot it and did the effects in a way where they weren't very expensive, where the props or whatever weren't very expensive to make, but it still conveyed that there's something more in this world. Like you see Lamar with his future flip phone, with the touchscreen and stuff, and you see Hartwell with her future like see-through tablet, but it's just enough to say we're in the near future, and but there's more to it. But this is just what you're seeing right now, and I feel like that's why it's inspirational. Is it's like you can build off of that, and that which is what the actual. It was originally going to be a feature, but now it's going to be a miniseries, and that's what the miniseries is going to do. Is going to expand that, like going from like telephoto to wide angle, and you're seeing the entire world now, and you're seeing how like cyborgs are in this near future. Like you're just getting a little taste in Binlowes Locker. I think David Lynch said something to the effect of he was trying to do this explosion for I forget what movie. And he didn't plan on it, and he was talking to some props guy or some guy on crew, and he's in charge of doing effects or something, and he's like, "Oh, could we make the house, instead of it like just collapsing, could we make it explode?" And he's like, "Oh man, I wish I knew I wish I would have known, because I would have brought this, and this." And David Lynch is like, "You know what? Just do it with the stuff you have. Do it with the stuff you got." And that's what he did. And he said, David Lynch said that basically that explosion was beautiful. It was like so perfect for the film, and that if they were to prepare for that explosion and for that scene with all the stuff that they needed, it wouldn't have turned out the same, and it wouldn't have been as good. And that's how I feel about independent cinema, and like some of the best ideas come from like, you don't have a lot of stuff, like how do I make something that is really creative? But anyway, I'm just going to close out this video by saying thank you again for the people who have supported the film, and you know, I couldn't have done it without you. It was a 3-year long project, labor of love, and I feel like it shows in the film. And yeah, I'm looking forward to really going in the behind the scenes. Since we weren't able to film it behind the scenes, it's going to be fun to show you the film, you know, in the channel, and then I can talk about how we did certain things. And I feel like filmmakers will learn a lot that way. And if you're just not a filmmaker and you want to know how we made it, it'll be entertaining. So this should be pretty cool. Thank you again, guys, for tuning in. And I'm going to be doing more of these videos soon, so of course stay tuned and stay classy.